This is the best kept secret method to find profitable products with for Amazon FBA that nobody is talking about in 2025. The reason it's so effective is because it cuts the amount of time it takes to find a profitable product in half. This method to find products is called the Keepa product finder, and I'm going to show you one of my favorite filters to find profitable products with in 2025. With that being said, let's get into the video so you can see exactly how this works. And as always, if you got value, hit that subscribe button. Thank you guys for watching. Let's get into it.
Searches to use for the Keepa product finder, and the reason is because it allows you to look at listings where the seller count is going down and the price is going up. So if you're having any issues with saturation and price tanking, this is a great filter to use to avoid that from potentially happening. So it's pretty simple search to set up. We're going to first select the category, and the reason you want to select the category is because that'll allow your results to get really small, making it easier to search. So let's say we choose beauty here. What we're going to do next is scroll to the top and use a sales rank. So we're going to look for under 120,000 in sales rank. Reason being is that we'll look for products that sell at least 100 times a month. And then we're going to select Amazon out of stock. And then after we've done that, we're going to do the most important thing here and update the offer count. So we're going to do these two things. We're going to do 0 to 12 for the current offer count. And that will show listings that have 0 to 12 sellers on them currently. And the 90-day average is 25. Because that's going to show us listings where the 90-day average has been higher than 25 sellers or greater. It'll show us a lot of products where the seller count's going down and the price is going up. So that's pretty much it for the search. If you want to change any category, you can always do that as well. So I'm going to hit find products, and now I'm going to go look through these products and show you exactly what we found. So right here, we have a really good Keepa chart. You can see that that has historically way higher seller count. Looks like the seller count has dropped significantly. It can lead to a potential opportunity here. It looks like it's super profitable in this range. And when it goes up in sellers, the price gets a little bit less profitable. So there's a lot of opportunity right here to potentially come in and, sell it for profit. And it looks like it's been stable for a couple months at that price. So it should end up being stable at that price for a while. So that's a good one to target. This one right here, this one looks like another good one to potentially target. The seller count went back down now, and the price is going back up. Historically, it's been around this range, though, so it might not be the greatest one to take a look at. This one looks like it has a lot lower seller count, and the price did go up, but one thing I want to point out is it looks like there's an authorized seller in this listing with the 30,000 reviews. They could be authorized, and that's probably why the price is getting driven back down again. So just kind of important to note on that particular listing. Right here, this looks like a potential IP complaint. So if you see this elevator ride down, just note to avoid that potential listing because it could lead to you, getting kicked off. And what an IP complaint is just a brand complaining that they don't want you to sell their inventory. So watch out for those elevator rides down. Those are really important to avoid. So this is another potential one. I feel like the only reason the price is not getting driven up is because the brand's selling that product. Those could be a little bit sketchy. Just be a little careful if you are selling on listings with the brand on it. We do sometimes do this and we take the risk, but it is a little bit risky. We never go deep on these types of listings because it can always lead to potential IP complaint with the brand kicking you off. So just be careful with those. Mac Studio right here. This is a good lead potentially. So yeah, we sell a lot of Mac as well. So it looks like the price went from 37 down to 29 or 30. Because of that rising seller count. Now that the sellers are going back down, it looks like it's going back up to $36.99. So really a potentially great opportunity there to potentially sell this profitably as well. This looks like another potential IP complaint. So you want to be very careful. You see here when it goes like that. So some of these could be potential IP complaints. So just note too, if you see that like elevator ride down, that could be the reason why it's showing up in the search. So it's kind of unavoidable to see those. But now you know what they look like, so that's great. Right here we have Tree Hut. It's another good example, but Amazon has been on the listing, kind of driving the price down. So it's a little bit risky here. Could be a potential quick flip, though. It looks like another potential IP complaint here. Just be careful of those elevator ride down. I don't know if that one was it. That one could have just been, the seller count dropping a little bit. That's still not the greatest listing anyway, with Amazon on it and all that. Looks like this was potentially another one. So just be careful if you are sourcing that. This one looks like a great one. Sephora. I mean, I'm not a huge fan of buying Sephora when it's on sale because it usually leads to the price dropping. It's just too low hanging fruit. But you can see that the seller count has dropped and the price has gone up. So it might be something to look at. So Huda, I love this brand, great brand to sell. And it looks like the seller count has gone down and the price has gone up. So definitely a potential opportunity. It looks like they're struggling to even get stock in at Amazon. So this is potentially a great lead to sell. This one's a similar scenario. It looks like it's been stable at that price and it went back up now due to that seller count dropping. This is another really solid one as well. Looks like the sales rank is dropping, or the offer count is dropping, and that price is going back up. So this is another good example. What we would do now, we would go to Amazon and then we would go to SellerAmp now to see where we can get this for profitably. So we're going to load up our SellerAmp and hit the Google button here, and then we're going to go check where can we get this for profitably. So one thing I want to point out here is it looks like Walmart has a low price, but you want to make sure that it's not a third-party seller. So look, I already could tell that price was a little bit too good to be true on Walmart. It's a third-party seller here, so be careful because those can, lead to potential inauthentics. You could get in trouble with Amazon. So definitely do not buy from Walmart third-party sellers because you can't prove the authenticity of a product that's from a third-party seller. You can only prove it from like a retail website. But if you are buying from Walmart directly, that is great. Just make sure it says shipped and sold by Walmart. So usually how we'd find this product profitable is find it half off on the website. Like Bobby Brown runs really big sales. That's an example. It's a pretty common theme with makeup. You are sourcing for makeup. That's just a little tip for you. But what we would do is just go to look, see what the lowest price we can get it for, go back to the search, rinse and repeat, and keep looking until we can find a couple of these products for profitably. But that's pretty much it with this search, and it's extremely effective if you're having issues with that price tanking. This is a great one to use. But always, if you did, definitely go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Thank you guys for watching. See you on the next one.